two, three, go!
If I ask your sales team right now, how did you close your last deal? Would they tell you that they followed the process, or would they tell you the actual story of the deal? Because great salespeople remember every detail: the hesitation, the objection, and the moment the prospect finally said yes. Hi, everybody. My name is Evie. I'm your host for today, and welcome to the Sagan Live. Today, we're doing our high five segment, five rapid questions. And by the end, you'll know how this person actually sells. Today, we have Irene, a sales executive from South Africa who works with European clients and specializes in consultative sales and client relationship management. Hi, Irene. Welcome to the show. How's it going?
Hi, Ivy. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good as well. Well, thank you so much for accepting our invitation to be in this show. We're very much excited to have you here. Okay, Irene, I'm just going to jump right into our five questions. And the first one is, what do you actually do, Irene? I'm not asking about your job title. I'm asking, what do you do for companies?
Okay, so what I do for companies, I bring the most of me. I bring my energy to the company to make sure that I bring a plus. So to make sure that my contribution help the company to grow, and my contribution also helps me to grow as a person and grow also career wise. So I bring positivity to the company. I'll say so in one word, in one sentence. I bring positivity and success to companies.
Yeah, fantastic. We love a good positivity. So, Irene, tell me about a real deal that you closed recently. I'm not asking about the biggest one, but just a normal one. How did that lead come in? What almost killed the deal, and how did you close it?
Okay, so what I will do, what I will say is, there have been some change in my career-wise. Career-wise, there have been some change. So currently, I'm not working for a sales company, but I've been working for sales for so many years, and I would love to be authentic and explain how I've been closing my deals. So first of all, understand, I listen to the customer's need, understand his need, and identify what kind of customer he is. Is this a high priority customer? Is he a medium or low priority? And also, I try to understand what is actually the customer looking. Is he looking for a price? Quality wise, what I mean when I speak about quality, actually, I refer to before, during, and after sale, because some of the customer are just focused to the price. So his problem is the price. So I need to identify what kind of the customer he is. So he want a cheaper product, he want quality, and so on. So after identifying that, then after classifying the customer in that category, then I will focus by actually explaining the product, like selling my product, selling the company, all the benefits of the product, without moving away from the customer's main problem, which is the price. So I will explain to him let's say for the customer where the price is a problem. For example, he need a cheaper product. So I'll explain to him. I'll just give an example of when I used to sell tickets, because I've worked for the Lufthansa group where we used to sell tickets. So for this specific company, actually, in economy, for example, we had light, classic, and flex pay. So for the customer who need a cheaper price, what I'll do, I understand that you need a cheaper price. So I have light, classic, and flex. So I will explain to you the difference. The light, yes, it is cheap. However, it's a non-changeable ticket. There is a classic, which is also a little bit higher than light, but at least you have option to change against fees. Flex is flex as as it sounds, so you can change without any fees. And I'll do my best to explain to the customer that it's good to take a light fare. However, you are human. You can be late. You can have traffic issue, and once you choose a light fare, automatically it won't be changeable, non-refundable. So I will advise you to go for a medium, which is a classic fare. It allows you to change against fees. It allows you even to have a baggage allowance. And this is the technique that I use to actually to close my deal. And I think that's something that has helped me. So to identify, to understand the customer's need, identify him, and give him. Uh, Sell the product according to what he wants, and most of the time I would say 98% it works, and I used to close my deals like that.
Yeah, I love it. I love the strategy as well of you upselling, basically, and understanding the need of the customers. Well, before I ask the third question to all our viewers watching us live right now, a quick question for you: do your reps usually tell stories, deal stories like this, or do you just hear, "Yeah, we closed it," and that's it? We would love to know. Drop a yes or no in the chat in this live stream in the chat section below. Okay, Irene, on to your third question. A prospect says that they're interested, but they're comparing three vendors. What do you do in that moment to stay competitive?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not going to be pushy. I'm not going to pushing you to sell because I understand that you have different options, but I'll have to explain to the prospect that I have to sell our uniqueness, the uniqueness of our company, because you won't find it anywhere than by us. We're unique in our own way. We are unique. So I understand. So first of all, I will explain to the customer that I understand that you have different options, but I will tell you that I will give you a deadline. So if it comes to because sales, there's always a deadline. The more you take time, when you come back, you will lose this deal. So if this customer is the customer's problem is the price, and I feel it from the beginning of the call. What I will do, if the deadline, for example, for this specific price is 24 hours, there is always a way. Maybe with a manager can give a waiver. We try a little bit to extend it to 48 hours, and we explain the customer we're doing this exceptionally. We're doing this exceptionally, but remember and understand that the more you take time, you will lose this price. So like playing between explaining the customer how valuable our product is and how rare and unique our product is, at the same time allowing the customer at least to don't he shouldn't feel pushy. Actually, he shouldn't feel pushy because some of them he will purchase the product because you pushed him, and after 2 hours he comes back like, I need a refund. So for me it doesn't really count as a sale, so it has to be a balance between the two.
Yeah, fantastic. I love the strategies you've been sharing so far. My fourth question would be: what is one sales habit you have that most salespeople skip?
Well, I would say I make each and every customer feel special. So even though you're coming just to ask for the product, I'll do my best to treat you in a special way, bring a smile to you, and make actually build this relationship with the customer. So he has to remember my name when he goes away, even if he just came to know how our product works.
Yeah, I love that. And my last question, Irene, would be: what is the one mistake that you see salespeople make on the first call that immediately hurts their chances of closing?
So well, I've noticed that salespeople tend to go to the selling part, so they didn't take time to build a relationship or make customer to ensure the customer. It's good to sell, we yet to sell, but we mostly tend to speak about price before. No, this item is 2000, right? Okay, it's good, it's 2000, but make me feel so and the customer need to feel like he's talking to a real human being who makes him like build a relationship with him, then talk about the price later. So we shouldn't go. So most of people are going first to the price. They forget about building a relationship with the customer and ensuring him that he's at the right place.
Yeah, fantastic. Building rapport, right? Okay, awesome. Well, Irene, thank you so much for having this conversation with me and for joining us in the show today. It was great having you.
Thank you so much, Ivy, and thank you so much for your time, for the opportunity as well. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Of course, you too. Have a good one. And that is a wrap, everybody. 5 questions for Irene. Now you've seen what most interviews don't show you, how someone actually sells in real situations. And if you're building out your sales team and want someone who can build relationships and close deals with international clients, then send us a DM on LinkedIn or in X or comment with the word consultation, and we'll set you up with a quick free call. And if you're ever interested in Irene, I think she's really great and she's ready to start interviewing with your team this week at no cost, no commitment. Interviews are completely free. Just send us a DM. That is all for today. Thank you so much for joining us in this Sagan Live. See you next time.